In the world we all know, there's this incredible thing, painless hypodermic needles, like tiny gears weaving through grains of rice, with a thickness of only 1 divided by 130th of a 1,000 yen note. These magical creations owe their existence to top-notch Japanese manufacturing, the kind of skill you'd find in the hands of a humble craftsman. Our main character, MC, takes pride in his 35 years of hard work, but when it all comes to an end, it's a bit underwhelming. Those who master these skills are called artisans, like those at Fujimura Manufacturing. The scene shifts. An old man, our MC named Fujimura, is approached by a guy with 2 batteries. The old man shoots a look at the battery guy and warns, "Don't mess with him. There's no way he can do it with that kind of money and deadline." Now, our MC, introduced as the chief of manufacturing, Takumi Fujiwara, age 70, faces off with the double battery person. This guy says, "It's fine, isn't it? There are plenty of alternatives he can choose from, after all." Besides, from the start, he had the feeling that MC was important and hard to use. With a taunting smile, he adds, "In this era, being a little skilled just won't cut it, and folks like him that don't do good business should be kept quiet and be useful to major companies." The MC doesn't take it lightly. He grabs the guy by the collar, saying, "Listen here, we've put our damn pride into what we make. I don't want to spoil the taste of cheap booze any further by making something he is not satisfied with." He kicks the double battery guy out, telling him to get out of his sight. The double battery guy, still talking trash, says this is why their products are so cheap and warns that he won't get away with this for free. He mentions that it's a small industry, and he'll make sure this incident is reported to his superiors. Alone at midnight, our MC reflects on his situation, wondering if there's any place that will hire an old man like him. He looks at his experienced hands. This world, the only one he's ever known, has him clueless about what else there is. Single with no parents or children, he figures he'll make it one way or another. As he leaves the factory, he looks back, reminiscing about the past and the sordid and sweet moments he experienced there. He became independent, thinking that maybe his life really was a job well done. But as he grabs onto a board, a heart-wrenching pain hits him, and he falls down, regretting that if only he had a chance. Then, in a twist we all wish for after we die, he's transported to a new world at a younger age. A sign pops up, "Master Craftsman." The MC, bewildered, wonders if he collapsed. Moving around, he encounters a girl, Frau von Freya, trying to slash a tree trunk. She has a prosthetic arm, and our MC, still a bit confused, asks where he is. Freya explains that it's not her watermelon but her prosthetic arm. Our MC, thinking this is a dream, finds himself transformed into a snot-nosed kid on a trip to Europe, a place he's never been before. Freya asks if he seemed a little depressed back then. MC dismisses it, and he quickly crafts a prosthetic arm for her, asking her to wear it. Impressed, Freya praises it, saying it's amazing and has a great sense of unity. She can't believe he did it so fast. She tells him he's like a legend. Freya dreams of becoming a hero with legendary weapons, but reality bites. She's a powerless healer, recently kicked out of her party, and now a solo adventurer. MC can't wrap his head around the nonsense this person has been spouting, feeling like he stumbled into some absurd dream. In an attempt to jolt himself awake, he slaps himself hard, resulting in a nosebleed that he finds particularly unpleasant. Freya steps in and heals him, claiming that her healing abilities are the only thing she's confident in. She mentions she owes him big time, as the staff she used is from her family's treasure, involving a rare B-class stone and a crystal, which is rare even in this country. In the midst of MC's bewilderment, he fumbles for his cigarettes, trying to shake off the vague feeling that this isn't a dream. He contemplates the fact that he's now in some other world, thinking about heroes fighting the Demon King, magical items, and a septuagenarian getting offered a bona fide great adventure. It dawns on him that, even in his younger state, he desires this kind of dream. Now faced with the challenge of making a living, he realizes that if he wants arms, no matter how many, he has no choice but to craft his own. Turning to Freya, he asks for a temporary loan of her staff, insisting it'll only be for 2 to 3 months, and he just wants to understand what it takes. Freya hesitates, citing the familial significance of the items. But MC, showcasing remarkable acting skills, tears down her resistance. She eventually agrees, and MC assures her that the old geezer will take good care of it. Freya, amused, emphasizes that it's just a loan. MC suggests heading to the workshop and grabbing a bite. Freya warns him to steer clear of the northern mountain, especially at night, due to reported sightings of ominous eyes, a demon of the night with a triple B subjection rank that wreaked havoc on villages in the past. Though supposedly slain by kingdom knights years ago, recent reports suggest a resurgence. MC, seemingly carefree, jokes about leaving Freya screaming if he is even listening. Undeterred, Freya insists on the danger. The scene shifts as MC realizes he's in the fantasy world of Elvna, with special minerals unique to this realm. Magic stones, electricity, and heat can be harnessed by channeling mana, acting like natural batteries for magic use in daily life and combat. Examining a core, MC senses a precious core within the stone, recognizing it as being on a different level than others. When pressed on a table, a small blast occurs, confirming the presence of a high-purity crystal core within the stone. This core comprises only 20% of the stone's internal volume, indicating the magic of this world is a mere fraction of its original power. Engaging in metalworking, MC faces a challenging process divided into 4 parts. True craftsmanship requires an acute awareness of subtle changes in metal warpage, strain, and even temperature variations on the skin, surpassing the progress of machines in quantity and accuracy. After 3 days of intense work, MC reflects on the exhaustion, realizing his mind bears the brunt of it as he experiences numerous scenes. Smoking a cigarette, he contemplates the young lass, acknowledging her as a powerless hero on a solo adventure, prosthetic and all. Despite her challenges, he understands he shouldn't be too harsh, recognizing the difficulties of being on his own. The discovery, extraction, and processing of these CES mark the world's first craft in this new realm. 3 months later, Freya returns, reminding MC that the deadline is over and she needs her stuff back. To her horror, she finds MC seemingly lifeless. However, he suddenly wakes up, proclaiming he made it, and asks her to wait a minute, proudly showcasing a high-spec gun. MC mentions he has always wanted to try making one since childhood. Freya demands to know where her staff is, and MC playfully claims it's in her hand. To her shock, he's transformed her family treasure into a stylish, high-performance gun. Freya angrily asks MC to turn it back to normal, but he insists they should try it out. He highlights the benefits of the gun, made from her own ped core metal and capable of harvesting magic stones. Freya, initially upset, is impressed by the vast collection of stones and questions how MC achieved this. He attributes it to his enhanced perception since coming to this world, allowing him to see shining elements inside rocks and understand precise locations and processing points. As the conversation unfolds, a loud noise interrupts them, and they discover a triple-eyed demon at their home. Freya is terrified, wondering why it's active in broad daylight and if it's influenced by magic stones. Freya warns them to flee, emphasizing the demon's danger. However, MC proposes shooting a hole in the roof to deal with it. Freya reveals the demon is a result of a knight's curse that brought ruin to the region, and even a colossal queen-class demon, as they wouldn't stand a chance against it. MC hands the gun to Freya, insisting she deal with the threat. Freya is hesitant and scared, expressing her fear of standing there doing nothing. MC encourages her, explaining the gun's usage and trusting her to handle it. As the demon lunges at Freya, MC guides her, instilling trust in his craftsmanship. Freya doubts the effectiveness of the gun, but MC reassures her as he approaches the demon. Freya pulls the trigger, successfully defeating the demon. MC introduces the gun as Bakuin Fuji, magic equipment concentrating wasted energy into a single point, created through his pent magic stone manufacturing process. MC reveals that over the past 3 months, prototypes have piled up, and Bakuin Fuji is now safe and practical for anyone to use. He expresses his determination to make Freya the world's strongest hero, proving his crafting skills to the world. He envisions defeating the Demon King, making Freya the hero of her dreams, and gaining recognition as the greatest craftsman. Freya, struggling to comprehend the sudden turn of events, agrees to follow MC if he can make it happen. She realizes that this might be a miracle craftsman and decides to join MC on an adventure to shock the world. The scene shifts to the past, where Freya's previous comrades were fighting a giant monster. The leader says, "Don't let it get away, and if we defeat this thing, we too can become a class apart." He tells Freya to get ready to heal. While Freya is healing an injured child, this fucker criticizes her, calling her good-for-nothing trash and questioning why she is wasting her magic on a villager. Freya insists on helping the child immediately, and the person glares at her. The giant monster attacks Freya, and this dickhead doesn't protect her, resulting in her being gravely injured. On the bed, injured, the son of F declares that she's no longer of any use, blaming her for the failure and reducing her rank to the lowest. Freya wakes up in the present, thinking about the past shock. She begins writing a letter to her mother, expressing that she's doing her best to become the hero she has longed for, alongside a miracle worker from another world. MC introduces a megaphone called a Fujimoa speaker, explaining its mechanics. Freya covers her ears as MC tests it, making a loud sound. Freya questions why she has to defeat the Demon King, suggesting that MC could achieve the wish by himself. MC dismisses the idea, stating that being a hero is like being an entertainer, and he finds it more interesting for her to become the hero. He emphasizes that a craftsman's place is behind the scenes. MC suggests they start by heading to the town. Noticing the hesitation in Freya, she agrees, directing him to the royal capital of Rakudurani. As they walk, MC shakes hands with a beastman, and Freya warns him not to stand out. MC teases her about covering her face, realizing that her ears caught his attention when they first met. Behind them, two adventurers are fighting, and people are betting on them. Freya tries to understand MC, who views the town's atmosphere as a festival. Freya explains that it's a small kingdom in the countryside, referred to as a royal capital but more like a provisional city. Recently, a new dungeon appeared, and tomorrow a selection tournament is being held for the right to be the first to challenge it. To our subscribers who don't know what dungeons are, they are underground layers that have existed since the world's creation, with varying levels and risks. The promise of great adventure attracts many heroes in search of treasures, and the first to discover and make contact with the unknown will claim all the treasures in the dungeon. She mentions that there is even talk of there being enough riches in there to take over the whole country. MC says that in that case, let's go grab it for themselves, as they might even find some other interesting stones. Freya is shocked, saying that's impossible, and adventurers from all over the world, even those from neighboring countries, according to the rumors, will be there. The selection tournament allows parties with a maximum of 5 members, and to start off, there are only 2, and among their competition will be class of parties. MC says it will be fine as she has the weapon of absolute destruction on her side. If she uses that in a manual like that, they will be branded as criminals in front of the heroes for committing mass murder, attracting unwanted attention. Someone says, "Isn't that Frau?" as they whisper. And does that mean the former Scheiden member and those burns and scar are unmistakable, and is Frau the betrayer? As people gossip, they hear that she abandoned her comrades and fled in the middle of the battle, trying to taunt her. MC says that they sure do hate her as she pats on her. As people taunt MC, saying that he looks kind of stupid and that it must be some kind of new goblin species, MC's anger rises and his nerve is about to pop. He says that he has gotten used to trying rapid fire. Freya tries to stop him, but suddenly, from behind, a voice says, to think that he would spot such a familiar face in a place like this, and he's glad that she is still as useless as ever. They are the former members of her, the dual swordsman VK donor. The surrounding people are amazed by their appearance, and as usual, they sugarcoat their praises. Valk tries to get close to Freya, saying that it's nostalgic and asking if she's doing well. But isn't it depressing that a kid like this is all she could find to lend a hand? Not that she will be able to put together a decent party anymore, regardless of the Frau, the betrayer, all because of those rumors he spread. He says that she may be a piece of SHT, but she still is a so-so healer and is a bother if someone like that goes elsewhere. He tells her to keep doing her best in her aim to become a hero, and he's sure that her precious mama is still watching down from heaven. As it greatly angers Freya, MC says that he didn't say a word to him or use any sort of bright language to call him young Lacey, greatly shocking his members. MC tries to put salt on the wound, saying that he couldn't give a crap about this NB nonsense. Don't judge someone through appearances. The surrounding people taunt MC for his vulgar behavior. The dual swordsman says that it's just what he expected from his companion. And as he's laying in the mature attitude needed to talk to them, look who is saying this. On another note, the fact that he is here must mean he is also here for the selection tournament, for which MC agrees, saying that Freya has to, as the douchebag says that he looks forward to that and makes sure to be careful of any unforeseen incidents, for which MC tells him to be careful too. On the ground, people gossip that it isn't them, the idiots that picked a fight with Sword Flash, and as it is announced, without further ado, the first test, the feast-deciding selection tournament, commences. The scene shifts to the past, where MC asks Freya, what is the quickest way to beat the Demon King? This shocks Freya, who says that they still have to become SS rank adventurers to enter the Demon King's realm. It is said that the hope of humanity rests on the shoulders of only 7 people in this world, known as Salume. They alone are adventurers allowed free reign in Idzuma, the demonic front line, and those closest to being called heroes. In the present, as the selection is announced, an old man sees Freya behind, shivering in fear, and wonders why she is even in a place like this. Surrounding people gossip about her, and as she trips onto a huge armored person who gives her a scary glare, her colleague asks how dare she show such disrespect. Freya gets behind MC, scared, as the armored man asks what children are doing in a place like this, if they are lost, and about her parents, as they continuously make fun of MC without knowing it. MC gets angry and says, listen here, you geezer, and listen well. The name is Fujima, and here is Freya. These are the names of the sacred ones who will soon kick the ass off of the Demon King. This greatly annoys the surrounding people, but seeing the confidence in MC's eyes, the armored person calms down and introduces himself as Gandalf, the leader of a B-class party, Gardener, along with his comrades Jin and Kin. He asks MC if they should fight it out in a heated battle on equal terms. As they leave, a soldier on guard yawns, saying that it's finally the selection and he should be placed somewhere better. However, he gets scared seeing a huge army of goblins charging. As he alerts the people, Freya explains that when a new dungeon is formed, it attracts monsters, and on rare occasions, they swarm together and stampede toward it. MC reassures that this is still the royal capital, and they have the royal knights and many adventurers gathered. The soldier's colleague asks him to calm down, but the soldier senses something is not right. He counts over 1,000 of them by just looking, and there are a significant number of ogres within their ranks. The douchebag gets excited and proposes a competition for the spoils, as the dungeon belongs to the adventurers. The surrounding adventurers agree, and the head chief declares that the selection will shift to a new mission, a mass repulsion battle, having obtained permission from the king. This is a formal request from the kingdom of Rurasso. Adventurers are tasked with defending the castle and are asked to show their potential. Freya can't believe that the gates are opened, and the huge swarm of goblins is attacked by the adventurers. The douchebag and his party start to massacre the goblins. A huge battle takes place, with a considerable number of adventurers getting killed. But here, MC tries to motivate this scaredy cat to participate in the battle. But as she sees an injured person, she rushes to heal them. The man can't believe that she healed all those wounds in a single go, expressing amazement. Just as he speaks, a goblin tries to attack her from above. Gandalf protects her, and the goblins are taken care of by Jin and Kin. Gandalf assures Freya that he trusts she is unharmed. Freya thanks him, and Gandalf asks if she is truly satisfied with this, warning that she might lose her chance at F. Freya replies that, as a healer, she can't leave someone collapsing in front of her, no matter what. She expresses that if her late mother were here, she would do the same, referring to her as a strong and kind woman who fought for others. She aspires to become a hero to surpass her mother's dream. It is revealed that Mar von Freya is the head of the prestigious Nobel family, said to be from a northern country. She was the first female Salaun, also known as Flame Princess Mary's healer and wearer of the Flaming Field. Rumors suggest she perished 15 years ago during the Great War at the hands of the demon tribe. Gandalf expresses surprise at the existence of survivors from her family in this place. Gandalf reassures Freya, telling her not to worry and to focus on healing while leaving her safety in his hands. As Freya asks for clarification, Gandalf states that defending the idols of the younger generation is a duty for old soldiers. MC suggests grabbing a pint when everything is over, expressing confidence that drinking with them will be smooth. Gandalf acknowledges this banter, and both pledge to make it through alive. The douchebag returns, criticizing their lack of silence. He comments on Freya's growth and mentions the rumors he spread about her being a traitor. Despite his efforts to banish her, she shows no sign of quitting. Gandalf expresses interest in hearing the stories, but the douchebag rushes to appear behind Gandalf to successfully slash him. He claims Gandalf will be dead either way, and Gandalf vomits blood to fall down. The douchebag mocks Gandalf's fate, belittling the party made up of a frank healer and a lousy brat. Jin and King attempt to attack, but the douchebag's lackeys apprehend them, labeling them as weak. The douchebag asserts that the weak should stay put, keep their mouths shut, and listen to the strong. MC recalls his past and faces the douchebag, who appears before him. The douchebag threatens MC that the next time he is reborn, he will come back a little smarter as he tries to slash MC, but is stopped by the MC, who says that looks like wherever he goes, they always find good-for-nothing bastards, and from there on, he is going to show them style as punks get their ass kicked. As MC has blocked the douchebag's attack, and as the douchebag says, who is going to beat him? He thinks that just then he blocked him, and was it a fluke? There is no way a brat like him could see through his slash attack. As Freya thinks, she remembers in the past as MC was confronting a huge mantis. As scared from it she was hiding behind as MC single-handedly deflected all his attacks with his wrench as he knocked it out of the ground in a single attack, as he easily knocked him out of the park, leaving her in awe. As MC called the wrench Pion, as this is the kind of shape that is built for slugging, as he was itching for this. As Freya can't believe that it's so amazing and how he managed to deal with that monster. MC says that this puppy, a combo of material strengthening and physical enhancement, is the world's first double-core product, and with his eyes, he has got that, as all bases are covered to propel everything. He further says that he has been tweaking stones day in and day out, and his eyes have been getting even sharper, and if he focuses really hard, it looks like it's slowing down time, which shocks Freya. In the present, as MC asks that if she doesn't do something soon, these old guys are in some trouble, as he knows that she of all people can still save her as she dashes towards them to save them. And as I think that this guy is one creepy bastard. Valk says that this is the end, and he will make him regret underestimating them, and he's going to slaughter them. Suddenly a guy is coming flying towards him as his comrade stops it, saying that this is a piece of shit coming towards them as they see the fellow adventurers running away as one of them says, "How can such a monster come here?" As they say that is the estimated subjection rank of special as Lord of the Black Forest and ruler of the goblins, the Ogre King Goblin Lord. The Goblin Lord directs his subordinates to kill off the adventurers as one of the douchebags. Lackey says that it is super bad news as the douchebag says that they will kill it, and if they cut that thing into pie it's only then that they will succeed at feast. And now seems like a convenient time. They have plenty of meat shields, as the three of them agree. And they show a creepy smile toward each other as the douchebag says how lucky MC is and that he will deal with him after he has taken this. MC says that by all means, take this opportunity to flee as far as he likes, as the douchebag emits his aura, and as the Goblin Lord is massacring the adventurers, Freya is having a hard time. MC says that there is a limit to how much mana she can burn, for which she says that if she isn't going to, she will continue to fire, and for which MC says that then he better put all up his strength to protect her, as the douchebag laughs creepily, saying that the IDOTs are really beyond help and how long are they going to keep leaning on others, and no matter how far they go, trash is still trash. Whatever the means, keep making more meat shields for them as they decide to take all there is to take and blow everything else away in their way. After a huge fight takes place, many adventurers lose their lives, and after a brutal battle, they finally swear that they won it. They actually manage to take that behemoth down. And as expected, feast is decided to be of Shiden. MC asks Freya if she's okay, as she is shivering from the fatigue, and he says that it's all right as she got to learn when to call it a day. The douchebag approached, saying that they really lent him a hand out there, as it was a walk in the park with her healing all the wounded every chance she got. Though some sacrifices still had to be made from among their own, as her party member Iltiko was heavily injured, she was about to pass away, and this jerk had said that it's over for her. As he abandons her, he says that fool of an elf over there is no longer with them. Still, Freya tries to heal her to faint down. Down the city, which is echoed by the praises and slogans of Shiden as they announce that he is the savior of the city. They sing his compliments as it is announced that the right of feast shall be granted to those who showed distinguishing service during the repulsive battle. The king decides based on the recommendations given to the participating adventurers, but it's pretty much settled that Shiden has claimed it. It is announced that, without further ado, he shall announce who has earned the right to challenge the new dungeon in Bo. Valk is creepily thinking that with fear comes faith and recognition, using that as a foothold. S-Class and even Salaun are within his grasp as he taunts the surrounding people as trash, thinking they will witness the birth of a true hero. But to his surprise, as the name that is announced is Frau von Freya, she's asked to step forward, as he loses his cool and shows his real disgusting face. He screams out, "Don't mock with him," and questions what a worthless piece of trash like her, who can't even fight, has to be the feast. As he shows his true personality, one of her allies asks to cool it down. The surrounding people say what that was all about and seem to think that he defeated the thing on his own or something. He must be letting the fact that he's a class get to his head. It is announced that, sorry to break it to him, but all of the injured people from before say that all of them owe Freya for saving their lives, so they decided to side with her. Valk can't believe that and thinks that this has to be a joke, since there are so many people siding with her. She laughs and says that they have really done it. She has really done it. As Valk tries to object to this decision, saying that where is the king, demanding to hear this from only the mouth of the greatest man in the country, as from before Gandalf comes in, saying that this has already been decided. Valk taunts that he doesn't want to hear it from geezer from a snail bust like him as he has no say in it. But to his surprise, as the soldiers point their weapons towards him, Valk asks what he thinks they are doing. As Gandalf moves his helmet, he says clearly that his eyes are not as perceptive as they should be. As Kin announces to watch his manners, the man who stands before them is the 17th King of Rurasso, His Majesty Lord Gandalf de Rurasso, leaving Freya in deep shock. As Gandalf says, he does believe that they made a promise to MC, saying that he is quite ready for the banquet of the earth and wouldn't mind joining it tonight. Gandalf says that adventuring is just a hobby of his, as the front lines are much too quiet. MC calls Gandalf a kid, saying that he caught him off guard. Valk remembers his sin of slashing the king. And the moment he is going through is what we call OSHT, he is fucked up. Gandalf says that this is a shame, and soon stories of his misdeeds will spread throughout the land. He cannot deny his strength, but strength alone is not enough, and without her, the world would be a hollow place. As he approaches Freya, saying that from this country's feast, not from a true hero, he expects only one thing. As he and his soldiers bow down, saying that the spirit of those who become stronger for the sake of others rather than themselves is a righteous heart. Freya thinks that she always wondered how someone like her could become a hero. MC says that they ended up choosing her, funnily enough, because she didn't attack anyone. Despite being a one-handed F-ranker with some nasty burns and a lifelong loner hated by the country, he says that it sure has been tough for her so far. But she's got a lot to be proud of, keep going as she is, and know what? He knows she has been on the right path all this time, as Freya cries out. The scene shifter in an inn, as Ken's is bursting in anger as his brain nerve is about to explode, as MC and the king are having a lifetime of drinking the booze. The king is screaming that tonight they will celebrate like frolic and unabashed revelry. These fine beverages come at the courtesy of the royal family's offers, and they have to drink them to their heart's content, for which MC says that it makes one hell of a tax rebate as he slaps onto the king, making Ken angry. He advises them that it would be more dignified to hold this event in a castle. The king says that the castle is too uptight and he hates it there, for which MC grabs the booze to his head, saying that now it's getting it, as Ken says. Ken tries to tell Jin that she's also an imperial knight, so do something, but finds that she has knocked a couple of adventurers out of the booze festival. The adventurers are coming towards Freya, seeing that her healing ability is so amazing, which is out of this world. They compliment how amazing she is, as she was able to return to B class thanks to the king's influence. The adventurer clenches his fist, saying they did make fools of themselves, and that bastard Valk is going to crack his balls open. In my comments, he says that next time he sees him, he's beating him to the pulp. His buddy says that with a healing ability like that, even if they are feeling overwhelmed by the front light, they will be back on their feet in no time. Freya thinks that the front line, the tertial boundary between humans and demons at Aduma, as they gossip that the Aduma is a pipe dream when it comes down to those monsters, is just abnormally strong. A regenerating body that's hard as steel, inexhaustible mana. Their forces seem to be comprised of 6 generals leading 18 divisions, with a demon king at the top. Worse yet, they have the intelligence to comprehend human languages and can even fly. Even a division commander possesses a challenge enough for 5S rankers. They wouldn't last 5 minutes. MC asks what they are talking about as he's crying, saying that he always knew he could trust her to get the job done. As he cries down, Freya can't believe that he's saying that. And from behind, a man pats on Freya's head, saying that this is feast material and he isn't going to accept that so easily. As a healer who can't defeat a single foe, she is kidding him, as she is just a helpless woman. As MC is about to crunch his hand, a beautiful elf stops his hand. He stops his hand as Abuser tries to taunt her and expresses his illegitimate intentions. But as the elf gives him a head bunk, he falls down defeated. Elf says that she will not forgive anyone who insults Freya, as Freya thinks that she knows her name. She asks, who may that she be? As she recognizes her as one of the Dausavag's party members. She calls her Iltiko, who says that from today on, she will be accompanying both of them. MC agrees, saying that on this happy occasion, let's break this out, as he takes out a bottle of booze, saying that this is genuine Japanese sake, the only bottle he got from back home, as this is a first-rate item with near-perfect charm. Freya realizes that the reason he delayed their meeting time and went home solely was for this. She thinks that ever since she met this person, her fate has been set into motion, as she is happy. She asks that she could help herself a little as she sees MC drinking booze with some big girls with their marshmallows hanging out. Seeing this jealous Freya, she tries to drink all the bottles in one gulp as she falls down. MC says that she will catch a cold, for which Iltiko gives her a jacket, as she feels that she needs something more as she takes out her undergarments. MC realizes that these chicks are natural-born earheads. The scene shifters the next day as, in front of the dungeon, King farewells MC and his party, saying that he trusts that they will proceed with caution and they shall be praying for their good health, for which MC says that he is loud and clear and he will have a cracking story to tell him when they are back. As Freya thinks that the dream dungeon embodies a world with unknown layers without knowing anything as she looks towards MC, and then there's that abnormal way the mast was subdued in Labyrinth to did it appear by chance or in turn with MC's reincarnation, as MC says that let's go and it's a treasure hunting time as they enter toward the dungeon they are out to hunt with infinite possibilities which will happen in their way. The scene shifter, a little girl with a scrap of cloth around her, is called Iltiko, despite being an elf. She has negligible mana. The girl born with a cursed woman of black hair, the clan heretic Iltiko. As an orphan with no knowledge of her birthplace, she spent her childhood believing that she didn't belong. She was brutally beaten by the others and even abandoned by her party members. It was during days like those that she remembered her feelings of resignation and infirmity. Well, that's how it goes. Even in that moment as her life was fading away, that was all she thought. But on that day, for the first time, she experienced a true act of devotion from another person. That was when she decided that this was a human worth protecting. A soldier is yawning in front of the dungeon, thinking that it has been 3 days already. How far down are they planning to go? If memory serves, the first priority period is 5 days. Once that's over, the other adventurers get free reign over the place, and maybe he will quit this knighting business and rake in some riches too. From behind, a big blast happens, as MC says that he must have missed that sweet, fresh air. Freya asks, what's so fresh about this? As MC says, no need to overthink about it, as he always wanted to use that line. Iltiko offers a handkerchief to Freya, saying that her face is shallow, for which she says that her nose is bleeding even more. The soldier gets surprised that they have returned, as it is announced that the information they gathered about the dungeon and the layers, beasts, magic stones, etc. is given. As Gandalf and his group are in shock as they can't believe that MC is overflowing with dangerous energy emitting from him, MC says that he's got to say that again. He got his hands plenty off with a bunch of handy new stones. Gandalf, sweating, thinks that he dares to ask, "But what is that mystical SS Great Magic Stone?" MC explains that he can only use it to travel to the places he has already seen. And nothing beats a nice hot bath after a long day in the dungeon. He picks out a bag from his dimensional pocket. And Gandalf can't believe that it's another mythical stone, the spatial house. MC adds that he found a whole bunch of other interesting stones, but he's eager to get these back to the workshop. MC reveals he got SS mythical rank great stones. Gandalf can't believe that in his country there are 2 of them, and one of them is the great hero's transition crystal. If any of the other lands were to learn of this, he would get in big trouble. He faints down as the adventurers marvel at the feat, picking up 2 SS grade stones in just one go. They giggle, smelling an opportunity. MC senses a dangerous monster coming from the dungeon and asks the adventurer to move out. But the adventurer has already been cut down by the beast. MC wonders what the blue thing is doing. As his buddy asks for help as his comrade's body is split open, Freya cries, saying that she's sorry. With her power alone, she can't do anything the moment they die. The huge cocoon opens up, and a menacing colossal monster unveils itself. It asks in a creepy voice to tell him what kind of stones they found. The soldiers can't believe that it spoke, and Gandalf recognizes it as a variant that understands human language. This fiend is of the demon clan. The variant says that the demon lord told him of suspicious happenings at this cave as he clenched his fist, saying they should start by flattening all these ants first, considering it a courtesy of the 6th Division Vice Commander Deathbludge on Madora. The soldiers recognize him as a division vice commander, and they are up against a ranked demon. MC takes his wrench out, saying that this happened a lot faster than expected, but he's getting goosebumps already. He can't wait to find out just how strong the demon is, as the demon grits his fist in anger to throw a punch, shouting that humans are such prideful creatures. MC holds onto his teammates to transmit. The demon screams that the bludgeoning is complete as soldiers are scared out of their wits and the ground is shattered. From the back, MC calls upon the monster, saying that it was a close call and that he is glad he brought the transition crystal with him. The demon realizes that this is the transition, so he has one of those things. The demon is attacked by countless spells. As he looks behind him, many mages are preparing to launch a second volley. To see that his injuries are recovered in an instant, the demon angrily taunts, smiling creepily, saying that they should know a weak attack like that won't do a thing to a demon. The soldiers grit their teeth as they run away with their pants peeled. The demon takes out one of his pairs of hands and shoots his attack to shave off all the soldiers in 2, laughing and saying that he missed the freedom of solo missions. If they think they can escape from him, they are surely mistaken. The adventurer cries out, blurring that there is no chance against a monster like that, and what the hell can they even do? From behind, in surprise, our MC comes out to give a tumble upon the demon's back, saying that where did he think he was looking at because his opponent is right here. Frau shakily puts all her bullets, and MC says that there is the big league, a little more serious than the shooting gallery they are used to, and asks her to think about how she can manage it because he is sure as hell that she is up to the task. The adventurer says, what are they playing at? There is no chance they can beat that demon with their firepower, or that thing built for healing. What's it going to do here when everyone is dead? MC says to put a sock in it and just shut up and sit back and watch a legend in the making, as she is the lassie who will become the first female hero in the world and the one armored hero, Frau. As Iltiko says that she will protect her, the adventurer is shocked. The demon asks if he is saying that she is the hero, the one who is fated to defeat the Demon King, and that the hope of humanity is some little girl. He laughs, saying how amusing it is. If he loses, he suggests destroying his country as punishment, which shakes the king's guts. The adventurer thinks it's over and this country is doomed, to which MC says that Frau ought to try pressing the button near the hammer on the back. MC guides her, saying that from the last time she fired, he got a pretty feel for how hard this thing can be, and all she has to do now is get in the rage and blow that baldy to dust. The gun transforms into a giant transformer gun. MC says that this wide radius, short-range specification is named Fujimura, taking some design pointers from the megaphone he made. It's a form that specializes in attacking across the surface. Frau likes the idea, saying that if it's something that he made, she knows it will work out in her favor. MC thinks it's hard to believe that this is still the girl who has been asking herself how she, of all people, could be a hero. But she always forgets to mention the most important part, how she chose to believe in him, some fella she barely knew, and face down that monster. That's the exact spirit that makes a hero. The demon crunches down his fist, thinking, let's start the festival. As he tries to punch Frau to pieces, signifying that the festival is over, he covers her in despair. MC says it's time to put it all to the test against the dream and hope, faith, the power of the core, and the merits of manufacturing. Frau presses down the hammer, and a huge blast, named Bakun Fujimura of Voidal Sky, launches an attack onto the demon, penetrating a hole through the demon, leaving everyone shocked and surprised. The demon still can't believe that he was defeated. As MC frowns, he says that he told them there was nothing to worry about. The adventurer can't believe that she is the one-armored hero, Frau. On this day, for the first time in human history, a B-class adventurer achieved the solo subjugation of a rank-bearing demon. The scene shifts to the battlefield as the Imperial Heavy Unicorn Knights are ordered to take position. The Fire Magic Squad of the Magic Nation of Sopia is ordered to take the rear position and provide magical support. The 11th Knightly Order of the Realm of White Winds, Edelina, is to lead the charge on the left flank, and the Great Fang Platoon of the Beastman Kingdom of Fanga is to lead the charge on the right flank. As the commander shouts that the standard status, honor, heritage, glory, and even their future, it all comes down to this, and that victory shall be theirs for the taking as the army charges down to the demonic front line. As the demonic minions crunch down on the incoming army, attempting to crush the humans, the commander mentions that there's still no word from the Saloon on the order's status, but they should arrive any moment now. They absolutely cannot afford to retreat. Suddenly, two big magic meteor-like attacks fall upon the battlefield, turning the tides. Soldiers are surprised to see two heroes. The handsome young man, introduced as Fever Flash Heathland, boasts about landing the first hit. The armored girl, identified as Imperial Order General Leviathan Klein, claims to have taken out twice as many. Fever Flash, embarrassed, denies it, revealing he's an SS-class adventurer had fallen head over heels for her. Oh, this waifu is reserved. As the soldiers get motivated, as Klein mentions rumors about a small country to the east, named the Red Lands of Rurasso, has allegedly caused a stir. The scene shifts towards the demonic realm, where one of the disgusting butterflies reports to the demonic general, Lord Telzero. The sixth great demonic general opens his mouth with another eye emerging. It's reported that the Vice Division Commander, Madara, who was on a scouting mission, has been eliminated. Telzero speculates whether Madara fell to a Saloon or an Order member. The scene shifts to a castle, where a young beastman expresses disbelief in the reports, thinking they must be pulling his leg. He's convinced there's no way B-Class could pull that off. He suggests to his brother that they should go and meet them in person. His brother, sitting heroically upon the corpse of a demon, mentions the rumor that the adventurers defeated a demon in 2 seconds. The brother, addressed as S-rank adventurer beastman Prince Alinas, notes that he doesn't get along well with those who make a business out of eating. The younger brother assures me it's fine because he has the great him, the youngest Saloon, Enosis, by his side. Prince Alinas thinks that there's another rumor floating around about a weapon that can kill a demon in a single blow, expressing more concern about that one. The scene then shifts to our MC as King Gandalf asks about his plans. The MC replies that the next agenda item is hitting the hero goal, heading to the Demon King's doorstep in its map. The king acknowledges the arduous journey, estimating it to take at least 6 months even with the finest horse and carriage. Considering factors like stamina, weather, magic beasts, and rough roads, it may take double the time. The MC, unfazed, mentions a friend that can do it in just 2 weeks and introduces a truck. He shows them the vehicle, frightening the king. The MC explains that magic stones work as a substitute for fuel. The king is amazed and promises that the support of Rurasso will always be at their disposal. The MC appreciates it, starting the car, and invites his colleagues to hop on, emphasizing the long way to the top of the food chain and the need to make treks. The MC hands Frau a new prosthetic arm to try on, stating that it's one of the new and improved models. Frau wears it, expressing shock at the sense of unity and smoothness, likening it to the finest quality silk. She remarks that it's practically the real deal. The MC explains that it's courtesy of another one of those magic stones and should boost her neurotransmission rate, making everything run smoothly. He reassures her that there's nothing to worry about on the electricity front anymore, as MC mentions how convenient the place is in his ability to whip up a substitution for almost anything. But realizing that his cigarettes are used up, he tries to stand up on a tool to die. He admits he can't make a substitute for his cigarettes. He contemplates quitting smoking, crying disgustingly. In the truck, Frau expresses amazement at reaching this far and admires the truck's capabilities. However, she notices MC's drained soul and wonders why he's eating leather. MC suggests that they are on a national highway and they paved it blindfolded, adding that they won't make it in one piece at this rate. They're also burning through the petroleum stone fuel supply faster than expected. Frau suggests making a stop at Bonas Goldoro, the second largest trading city globally, known for its commerce in magic stones from all over the continent. She mentions that the current Minister of Justice, the former great sage of the Saloon, Lord Filoso, resides there and is considered one of the wisest people in the world. Frau believes he might provide assistance for their journey. MC likes the idea of visiting a world-class egghead and suggests stopping by. Frau comments on MC's earlier determination to quit smoking, and he's delighted that his motivational juices are flowing again. However, their plans are interrupted when they see an injured and tattered girl outside. MC stops the truck to investigate, and as he approaches her, the scared girl apologizes countless times. The MC summons a piece of bread and suggests it's best for the girl to fill her stomach and calm down. Seeing the normal piece of bread, the girl eagerly jumps to eat it. MC advises Frau to provide some healing, and as she does, he mentions that next, they'll have a tool to deal with it, an angle grinder, a tool for polishing, grinding, and cutting objects using a green stone attachment. He cuts down the chains and remarks that she must have been starving. He encourages her to take her time and eat slowly, giving her another piece of bread. Seeing a kind smile in his eyes, the beast girl bawls out. Frau explains that she's a child of the Beastman tribe, suggesting they must have fled a long way to get there. MC points out the mark on her shoulder, identifying it as the mark of a slave. Frau elaborates on the harsh treatment of the Beastmen in society's underbelly, where children are brought and sold, enduring hard labor and being treated as objects. Meanwhile, a douchebag on a horse complains about the inconvenience of running all the way there. A scary man with two companions warns the girl not to disappear on her own, emphasizing their control over her. They express concern that she might doubt their ability to control her. The man with the long penis-like beard asserts that as long as they have this stone, she can't get away from them, as those chains send signals to it to track her down. Now, it's time for her punishment. Believing her to be a rare white bestia, they plan to use her for experiments, organ harvesting, and as a pet and sex slave, expecting her to have many babies for them. MC struggles to contain his anger, almost breaking into action. MC pats the frightened beast girl and reassures her, mentioning that she has held out well by herself. He offers to handle this situation for her. Finding it touching, Beast Girl is assured. Eltiko, similarly angered, makes a darn face, scaring MC with her intense reaction. MC questions if she's trying to kill him too. This fucker mentions that Eltiko is a top-tier broad, and they wouldn't blame them for taking her themselves. Eltiko charges forward, kicks the gut of the fucker, and delivers a satisfying blow. The two companions are shocked, asking who she is and how she got to them so quickly. One of them attempts to attack Eltiko, but her armor stops the attack and she sends him flying away. MC asks Eltiko how she likes her new gear, and Eltiko expresses satisfaction. Frau inquires about the equipment she is wearing, asking what it is. MC explains that down the line, they might have to deal with humans who will want to capture them alive. He mentions that Frau's gun packs too much of a punch, but the gem she's holding should handle it well. He explains that even though Eltiko doesn't have much mana, the gem can accumulate and focus weak mana signals, temporarily boosting her physical strength. Without it, Eltiko is already incredibly strong, like an angry gorilla, and her mana output is small, but the gem's effects won't last long. With good use, MC believes she could be close to a rank. Frau is petrified at the idea that Eltiko might be even S rank. MC reassures her that it's easy to adjust the output with Eltiko's strength, especially for dealing with pesky humans, and he calls it Shippu. Meanwhile, one of the foes tries to run away but trips on a bulky yet handsome man, whom he addresses as Mr. Vitorai. Vitorai comments on the upcoming fight being a pain and mentions needing to earn his keep somehow. The colleague declares it's over for them and reveals that Vitorai is a former Holy Imperial Knight of the Empire, famed as the strongest in the world. He has even served as a vice captain. But Vitorai penetrates his sword through his head, stating that he's just a fugitive dealing with a whole country after his ass, and there's nowhere else for him but society's underbelly. MC questions Frau about Vitorai's strength. Frau explains that knights are elite warriors, and even one of them is as powerful as a B rank at its lowest. Their tactical knowledge is crucial in humanity's ongoing battle against the demon race. She notes that Vitorai is a former vice captain, and she can't predict his strength. Vitorai charges towards Aria to take care of the pain in the ass healer, but Eltiko kicks him down. Vitorai comments that it's too close for comfort, as his abilities to assess risk and reward and the balance of advantage and disadvantage develop. He decides to use an analysis stone, a precious piece that can render a target's strength and assess latent powers and class. As he analyzes Eltiko, he's petrified, feeling as if a sword is about to crack his eye, shattering his body into pieces and piercing him through countless holes. He realizes that Eltiko represents what the top of an A rank looks like, perhaps even with 1 foot in the S class. And what's even more scary is that she has a world's worth of room to grow. He hopes to get one hell of a bonus from all this. Moving on to analyze Frau, he can't see anything and looks up to see a colossal monster with a large mortar, enough to blast him off into our world. Scared out of his mind, he wonders if it's a joke, feeling intensely violent vibes like facing down a whole army. He thought the elf was the heaviest hitter. MC says that he seems to have lost his appetite. and the man thinks that even the brat feels different. He analyzes MC next, sensing him chained down to the ground, unable to move, drowning, and unable to breathe. He panics, feeling the need to make it back to the surface quickly, or he'll die. He sees a huge demonic monster from the breed of Ouroboros serpent and a centipede, a colossal creature. The monster is about to swallow him whole. His analysis breaks as he shudders in fear. MC asks if he's okay, and he feels something leaking out. The man recalls fleeing the front lines after analyzing a similar creature, the demonic general, up close and seeing its true form. He wonders why he's getting the same vibes from this random guy. MC offers toilet paper if he needs to take a shit. As Vittoria regains consciousness and after changing his pants, Vittorai gives up, stating he knows when to throw in the towel. He believes that even the elf alone wouldn't be enough to defeat him. And with the two freaks of nature added, he feels he's out of options. MC, in a grind manner, declares there's no mercy. Meanwhile, El Tico smiles behind him like we do. MC asserts that there is mercy, but he won't turn the other cheek when someone tries to kill someone. Frau dismisses it as water under the bridge. Vittorai suggests cooling his heels, emphasizing that the ladies are unharmed. He tries to convince MC that a 3-on-1 situation isn't going to end well for him. MC takes out his wrench, telling Vittorai to quit yapping and keep his head still, threatening to punch it open. Vittorai wonders why nothing he says gets through to MC. He offers information free of charge if spared, hinting that it concerns MC's little friend. MC, seeing the beast girl, decides to spare him, telling him to ask for forgiveness from Pips quickly. Vittorai questions why he has to stoop to a slave, hesitantly apologizing and promising to quit being a bad guy. The beastman is scared, as MC orders a death penalty on him, but Frau suggests hearing him out. MC is curious about the information Vittorai claims to have. Vittorai points to the elf, revealing she's cursed. He questions why they didn't find it strange, as elves are supposed to be proficient with magic, but he senses no mana from her. He explains it's an advanced control magic, a forbidden curse known as Magu, a mana eater. It consumes generated mana and can only be removed if the vessel it's cursing is destroyed or a release spell of that level. Frau is shocked, and Vittorai speculates that the fact they even managed to use a Magu on her makes her some kind of monster in itself. As he says, the owner of the cursed vessel is likely a top member of his organization, Zafbat. The Dark Magician is considered the ultimate bringer of ill fate, Maledict, as Frau recognizes Zafbat, a huge slave-trading crime syndicate with tens of thousands of members located in Bonus. Vittorai mentions that he doesn't mind sharing this information, as he has no emotional attachment to the organization and his safety is his top priority. Riding on a horse, he considers his work done and plans to head back. However, he is stopped by MC's wrench, asking if he could join them, coincidentally having business in Bonus, and offering to escort them right to the center of his hideout. In an oh-shit moment, Vittorai wonders if they heard anything he just said, cautioning against betraying the organization as it would lead to hell. The MC tells his comrades to wait, expressing confidence in breaking the curse. The beast girl hugs MC, who vows to pick apart those responsible for child abduction. Showing Vittorai the truck, MC is full of motivation, expressing his unforgiving stance on child abduction. Vittorai is shocked and forced into the truck, feeling like he's been abducted. They reach the second great city of Glodero. Bona's mesmerized by its antique scenery and magic stones. Completing a transaction with the magic stones, MC notes that even a king of a small country is still a king, providing them with a decent amount of cash for comfortable living. While some burglars notice them and try to stop them, Vittorai thinks it's a pain. A burglar recognizes Vittorai, questioning his presence. Another burglar assumes he is selling slaves, mocking the appearance of MC and asking about the whole organization joining. MC clobbers down the burglar, shocking his colleagues. MC warns them to look elsewhere for a job, as the organization will soon be nothing but rubble. Into the past as MC is seeing TV. And it is broadcasted as a mother says that it has been 50 years since her daughter was suddenly abducted and her husband's health has begun to decline as of late and he has difficulty walking. As she was a kind and caring child helping them around the house and caring for the other kids. She was their little ray of sunshine and their pride and joy. Even now, 50 years later, she still remembers her voice and smile like it was yesterday. If she were still alive now, she would be 56, but she still kept all her clothes. She wouldn't throw them away, as she still regrets that she couldn't have been closer to her that day. As MC thinks that damn that story had him on since this morning and can't help but want to slung the idiots that did this skewing in the face as it was said that she at least want to do something while she still sees her as her daughter. As MC thinks that he is some humble craftsman, an old geezer like him is no help. But as the mother cries out, saying that she is already 80 herself, even if she gets just one chance to tell her that she's sorry she couldn't protect her, as MC clenches onto the wrench, saying that maybe if he had the power, he would have done it. The scene shifts into the inn, as Vidorai and Frau are shocked to see the events as MC and Ultiko are having quite a bomb with beastmen, as MC says that this sure is one hell of a town and flowing with food and booze, and it's already quality stuff, and how could he not like it? Is anyways, tomorrow he will get proper serious and head out to shop for some new gear, and if he lot up for some sightseeing he might pop in and visit that great sage guy, as Vidorai realizes that the great sage is in the head of the judiciary, and isn't he pretty much their natural enemy, as MC says that they have got an early start tomorrow and they better call it here, as Vidorai thinks that he better hill it out of here before things get hairy, as MC crunches onto him saying that he is coming with him, and they still got an order bar to hit up as the night's still young and it's prime time for them adults to enjoy themselves, as Vidorai says that it has been real fun, but he thinks it's about time for him to hit the sack, as ever since he was young he gets into a ground unless he gets a full 12 hours, for which MC crunches upon him, making him scream his mommy out, saying that he will obey him, as MC bids that he will see them later and asks them not to go overboard, as Frau thinks about MC. On the way, as Vidorai asks that where does he want to go for, and maybe they could head up the place his sister works up, for which MC say that he got how, and what about his hideout, which dumbfucks Vidorai. Who that is he asking him that if it wasn't a joke, and top of it he is going to go in alone, for which MC say that this plan of his of own alone, and about his selfish interest, and he don't want them to get hurt because of something like this, as Vidorai thinks that this guy got to be taking the piss, and if he hang out with this idiot for much longer it won't matter how many lives he got, he will lose them all. As he sees that MC is distracted he tries to run away, saying that go off and die in his own time, but as MC uses his aura, and suddenly appearing in front of Vidorai to shatter the ground with his wrench, scaring the piss out of Vidorai, saying that this is his fault and shouldn't he realize that he was one of the ones who was asking for a favor and he will lend him a hand, isn't it? Vidorai, scared to his toes, thinks that just now, what was it, a transition? There was no way he thought that kind of thing only existed in fairy tales. These physical strength buffs are off the charts, and who in the seven hells is this brat guy? MC cutely asks if maybe he should split Vidorai's head open like a melon as atonement for all his past sin. Vidorai directs them to a heaven-like sea of monster, revealing that the crime syndicate giant, Zathit, is undiscovered. The reason the syndicate is undiscovered is due to the dungeon of Bonus, the waterfall labyrinth aquarium, being their hideout's location right in the middle of it. He explains that the center of the hideout is the 15th level, ideal for preventing slaves from escaping, and it's a direct access route exclusively for the executives. Vidorai opens a cave-like entrance by crunching down a stone just like Alibaba, leading them towards the final gate to the hideout. MC questions the sudden change of heart, and Vidorai admits that he can't shake off his old knightly spirit. He believes that putting MC to good use might help him defeat monsters and gain recognition as the head honcho of the organization. If that fails, he can always venture into some other underbelly. Vidorai shows the final gate, specially made with thick steel and a magic stone that repels magic. MC asks how to open it, and Vidorai explains how to open it with an accurate mana signature. As MC asks him to open the door, Vidorai declares that they deleted his mana signature and that they have caught on to his betrayal quicker than he expected. As MC tries to touch the gate, he thinks it's about 1 millimeter thick and takes out the gadget, declaring that he will open it, as Vidorai laughs on to ask if he listened to him properly. He will not be able to break this impenetrable gate, for which Mick asks if to wait and watch the modern magic. As MC explains, this piece is a cutting torch, utilizing a combo of the two gases, oxygen and acetylene. It's a specially designed tool for cutting through thick steel. The first step is to apply a little heat to the area to be cut, aiming for the golden zone around 800 to 900 A. MC emphasizes ensuring the center turns a nice shade of orange. Then, he instructs them to open the disconnected valve and unleash hell as the torch breaks through. He advises moving to the charge wherever his instincts guide him, maintaining the same height and speed, keeping it nice and straight, and watching for any changes in the steel. Vidorai can't believe what's happening as the impenetrable door is broken in just seconds. MC expresses that it's not bad, and this tool may struggle with metals like aluminum or stainless steel, but it doesn't need electricity, is easy on the wallet, and is an old-fashioned, reliable tool. He mentions that if they run into something tougher, they will use plasma. Vidorai asks what in the hell MC is, using words he has never heard and wielding weird tech without using any magic. MC responds that he is nothing more than a simple man. The scene shifts inside the inn. Frau is sleeping, but she wakes up, realizing that MC is not back. She wonders what he could be up to at this hour. She thinks about MC's words, mentioning that it's prime time for adults to enjoy themselves. She reflects on the fact that he's still out this morning as she looks outside the window. She sees the Pip outside. Frau comes out and asks what she's doing so late, to which Pip replies that she's going to find MC. Frau expresses concern, stating that finding him in such a big city will be a hassle. Pip reassures her, saying it's okay as she has a good nose. Frau remarks that this child is so amusing. and recalling their sense of smell being hundreds of times more acute than a human, she decides to come along too. She believes it would be dangerous for them to go on their own. Suddenly, Eltiko comes in from behind, scaring Frau and reminding them not to forget about her in the branch. The scene shifts to seeing all the burglars and criminals having a good time with the girls every night. Vitorai explains that it's their hangout spot where they await orders, and they have 100 guys on standby 24/7 to keep the place protected. MC suggests they make like a tree before someone spots them, and Voro agrees. However, a big monster, resembling a huge penguin, appears. Vitorai identifies it as Hamishil, who keeps an eye on the back. He mentions that if there's anyone they need to worry about, it's him. MC quickly defeats Hamishil, and Vitorai expresses his expectation of this from him. He says that moving on to the slave room is just up ahead, mainly a detention area for women and children. As they approach, they see cages where a number of girls, both beastmen and elves, are apprehended and treated as non-humans. One of the girls calls out for her mother in distress. Vitorai remarks that this lot has never heard of physical hygiene. MC is appalled and declares that they're breaking in, vowing to break every last one of them. He takes out tools like the reciprocating saw, saber saw, and hex saw, asking Vitorai to lend a hand. Vitorai can't believe the severity of the situation, expressing disbelief that this could be happening. Whereas Frau asks Pip what's the matter and if she can smell something from inside the rocks. A beastman appears above them, questioning what the two young ladies are doing. Frau tries to explain, saying they are just looking for someone. The man, claiming to be a clerk, offers to show them around. Frau is surprised by the hidden entrance, and the man advises them to stick close to him. As they follow the hidden path, the man suggests that the ladies will have plenty of fun there too. Meanwhile, MC successfully breaks down the cages, rescuing the girls. Vitorai informs MC that the next task is dealing with the big boss, Maledic, while the man continues leading Frau and Pip. Thinking that the ladies will enjoy the place, MC warns Vitorai about the approaching danger and hands him a pocket of cash. Vitorai questions why MC is giving him this gold. MC explains that it's a thanks for all he has done so far, leaving the rest to him. It's a parting gift, acknowledging that it isn't much, but it should be enough for him to go somewhere and start fresh. He emphasizes that this money is a gesture of gratitude. MC adds that Vitorai should take the people with him, and it's about time for him to quit being a bad guy. Vitorai expresses disbelief, asking if MC is serious about going alone and questioning whether he has considered that he might not win. MC admits that he might not win, but the sting of regret from turning tail and running would hurt more than losing. Vitorai reflects on the advice, emphasizing that he has one piece of advice for MC. He instructs him to look for another individual, a bastard as crazy as Maledic. If MC ends up facing both of them, Vitorai urges him to get out of there immediately, as the beastman directs Frau and the others to a set of stairs. Vitorai introduces the mysterious guy as a beastman known as Bischa. According to Vitorai, Bischa goes by that name, and he single-handedly destroyed the night squadron sent to capture him, describing the guy as an S-rank in every sense of the word. Vitorai warns about the formidable threat posed by him. As a slim figure spies on MC and Vitorai, a man in the black shadows, with a charcoal smile, says he's waiting and urges them to hurry over. Vitorai takes the girls, giving each one a coin, stating that they are free now. What they do here and where they go next is up to them. A girl asks where he's going, to which Vitorai responds that he is going right back in. He has his eye on becoming the head of the organization and needs to know the outcome as soon as possible. Despite thinking that his betrayal has been exposed, he believes he hasn't gotten a chance at those kinds of aspirations. However, as he remembers MC's smile, he grits his guts, saying that anything is better than going it alone and losing. If that is really how it has to be, then let's see how far his idealism gets him. MC thinks the door leads to that bastard as he reaches onto the gate, realizing it's huge and another one of those that requires opening with mana. As the door opens by itself, MC thinks that he gets it, and the man on a huge throne introduces himself as Maledic. As he reveals himself, oh f***, that scared the shit out of me. Coming back to the topic, he introduces himself as Maledic and welcomes him to what Zafvat has to offer. MC asserts that he's sure the son of a bitch runs his bitch hole well enough. He dismisses small talk, instructing them to knock him in. As Maledic questions what one lone brat thinks he can do, but asserts that he would have said that, the shithead claims MC used transition and cut through the impenetrable gate with extraordinary technical abilities, piquing his interest. As MC wonders how he knows all that, the douchebag reveals magic stones scattered across town, and the dungeon allows him to keep an eye on things, initially planning to watch the ex-knight Vittoria. He stumbled upon something unexpected. MC frowns at why they're here. Maledic explains that even though she escaped, Vittoria did him a favor by returning. The douchebag gets excited, revealing that one of them is a Magu elf who was born here. He asks MC to be curious to write about his little guinea pig slave, a miracle success story born completely by chance. The scene shifters. Frau and others are directed by Bischa to his legendary diner. Frau, frightened by spotting a skull, remarks on the darkness. As the lights blind up, they see a torture room with dead bodies and tools. Bischa welcomes them to his diner, his pride and joy, the torch room. Frau asks for Bischa, to which he replies that she has too much faith in people. He questions why they would think they would come back, especially to the beast girl and the friends who went to such trouble to help her escape. Wouldn't she think that they would get upset, taking out a skeleton and claiming they've already picked their bones clean? But this one tasted pretty nasty. As Pip remembers, the young basement helped by offering assistance. He mentioned having a kid around her age and assured her he'd get her out of it. As Pip cries out, Eltico appears, throwing a kick at the person. But he shoves her away, exclaiming that it hurts, and retaliates, sending Eltico flying, causing her to bleed. Maledic observes that things seem troublesome for MC's friend. And MC warns that before he used that Manga thing, was he right in thinking that she was a lot stronger? The Baldy confirms and explains that his goal was to create the strongest soldier using Elf's power. Eltico was a threat even before birth, and he deemed it smart to curse her the second she was born. MC is glad to hear this, suggesting that he should hurry up and destroy the cursed vessel to pieces right away, and it will return Eltico to her original strength. The man mentions if he knows the method for releasing the Manga, but wonders if he can do it before defeating this obstacle. He takes out a cube, stating that no one in the past could destroy the unbreakable magic stone. MC recognizes it as an alloy from Yamada Shosan's, a magical metal. Letters start to emerge on it, astonishingly 3 by 1 millimeters thin, roughly 1/130th the thickness of paper. It's a perfect plane, challenging to achieve with machinery alone, and requiring a human touch. MC realizes that this level of precision isn't possible in this world. It must be craftsmanship from his world. He wonders how something like that ended up here, as MC asks where he got his hands on something like this. This Mad Max says it's an heirloom from his predecessor. It looks to him like it was refined over in Idzuma, and there are rumors out there saying it dates back to ancient times. Suddenly, a big monster jumps up on MC, and this Baldy says that it also boosts mana. MC instantly shatters it into pieces. Maledic remarks that it's marvelous, and he slays the beast in a single blow. MC appears instantly before him, stating he has no time to mess around and is going to end this real quick. As he tries to punch it, a barrier comes in to deflect. Maledic says it's too bad, as this blocks all physical attacks. MC mentions that this world has a lot of crap like that and is still full of surprises. Maledic comments that his profession is that of a dark mage, where physical countermeasures are a no-brainer for magic casters. As he thinks about what he sees, this guy's physical strengthening ability seems to be about equivalent to the 6th grade. Since he's able to activate something of that level, it makes him at least a big rank warrior, in other words, a physical specialist, and totally out of his depth. He says that no matter what measures he takes, that transition ability is going to be a thorn in his side. He launches an attack with countless sharp-toothed monsters, saying, "Let's see if he finds a way out of this." MC activates his godlike reflexes, dodging all of them with god speed, shocking the soul out of this dickhead. MC comments, as if he would use transition for a small fray like that. Watching all of this, Forsha says the same dialogue, which I am saying now, holy shit, did that son of a bitch really dodge that many of them? Maybe just this guy can really stand a chance against Maledic himself. As this gut is having another orgasm, saying, "It's outstanding, such perfection at such a young age." As a seeker, what wouldn't he do for the chance to tear him apart and analyze him? He has not been intrigued by that guinea pig elf. As MC asks, what is she for? He says, she's an elf-demon hybrid, a forbidden monster. As the scene shifts, Eltico is quite injured. She is a discordant combination of the greatest sins. Frau thinks about what she should do. She can't risk attacking with the gun in such a confined place, and all she can do is continue the healing. Bischa mentions that the healing of her is pain in the ass, and that elf is a lot tougher than she looks. It seems that this is going to keep him busy, and here he was really wanting to toy with that elf too. Madlik asks, "What's the matter, little Bisty? Having trouble with a couple of measly slaves?" To which Bischa asks him to shut up, and he has got this handled, to which Maldic says to hurry up and use his so-known what. He knows it will be worthy. As Bischa unleashes his form, Maldic says that it's all over. Of all the beastmen, his beast-shifting ability is in the top 10%, and what's more, he is the rare warrior type. In this state, his individual fighting ability surpasses even his own. He transforms into a huge bulldog-like monster. As this disgusting beast says, "First things first, let's get this pain in the ass tube thing out of the way." He instantly gets behind Frau to snatch out the gun, leaving them petrified. As he disposes of it, he whispers with his creepy tongue that she has a special kind of attraction to human women, and he will save her for last as a little post-meal palate cleanser. Ultiko tries to counter, but the Bischa jabs her. She is rendered out as Frau tries to heal her. The Bischa asks the ex-slave elf girl, does she mind telling him what life was like after she fled this place? As Ultiko flutters out blood, he says that her black hair has stripped off its mana, and that's the heretic on top, all heresies. He guesses that her life was as miserable as if she had stayed here. As Frau realizes that she was a slave and that the flash of anger she had back then was for the same reason, as Vitorai thinks, what the bloody hell is she doing? Get out of there. Can't she see that she doesn't stand a chance, no matter how she looks at it? Ultiko tries to stand up, but the Bischa shoves another kick at her, making her fly away. He says that slaves don't have human rights, and no matter how she runs, she's still their tool. He takes out his tongue disgustingly, seeing that their ex-researcher mother may have managed to give them the slip before, but she is mistaken if she thinks that she will be so lucky today. He will grind her bones to dust. Ultiko realizes that at a time like this, she always remembers the distant past, the faint remnants of fragmented memories, and the soft, gentle voice of a young woman. Her mother apologizes, saying that it is all she can do, and calls her Lafrel. She has been storing mana in that stone, waiting for a day like this, a single-use transition stone. She gives it to her, hugging and crying, saying that this stone can only transport one person. But if she uses it, it will fly her right over to the elven village. There, she will be in a place where even those horrible people can't reach her. The young Lafrel tries to touch her mother's finger with her little hands, calling her mama as the injured mother calls on prayers that she lives on as Lafrel. For both of their sakes, she is certain that as long as she's alive, there will be a day when she can smile again. As she is found out by the criminals, she prays that, no doubt, from now on, due to her curse, it won't be easy and many hardships will await her. But she knows in her heart that someday there will be those out there who will care deeply about her. So she prays to live on. And one day she will smile and love from the bottom of her heart. As Ultiko stands up, she thinks that she has been shunned, despised, used, and gone through life without a single stroke of good fortune, but she doesn't care about that anymore. Frau screams out to her to stop it already. But Ultiko says that her life's purpose is to protect Frau, and she absolutely cannot back down. Maledic says that he despises how this hot-blooded philosophic blabber really ruins the mood. He tells the criminals to assemble at the diner, and they have got one hell of a tasty meal in store for them. The criminals get excited that they are finally being introduced. The Bischa tries to say that this is his meal, and he has gotten this handled on his own. Maledic says to let him fill in a little something for those idiots who refuse to give in. A slice of true despair, the crushing undefeatable nature of reality. As Vitorai thinks that he's got it right, he sees that the stuff they refuse to surrender is overwhelming and an inescapable defeat. That thing is their reality. But bastards who refuse to acknowledge reality aren't anything but fools. He charges down the criminals, charging toward them. As the army is encountered by the lone warrior, they try to taunt him, saying that he isn't the traitor. There is no way that a coward like him can stop them. He is the ex-knight who fled from his enemies. Vitorai says to believe him. He's surprising himself because that lame ex-knight has come here to put a stop to those bastards. The scene shifts towards the past, to a small country named Kilo to the east. He was born as the eldest son of the nobleman. Their father was praised for defeating big monsters and becoming Kilo's guardian. At the age of 10, a little child, Vitorai, jumps from the castle to his father. His father asks if he's doing well, picking him up on his shoulder and expressing joy. Vitorai says it's embarrassing, to which his father responds that such thoughts should be saved for when he gets his hair growing when the sun doesn't shine. His father, the strongest knight and pride of their people, was the one he admired and wanted to be like. Back then, he lived with nothing but that single motivation. He heard gossip about demons, and then the day of the incident came. As his father defeated the demons, Vittorio apologized, saying he broke his promise by entering the forbidden forest. He blames himself for his father, the greatest knight in the land, ending up in such a state. His father lost his arm in an utter state. Vitorai asks why he didn't leave him behind and flee to safety. He even loses to his younger brothers. His father tells him to chin up. The old man's treasure, something he protected with only half his body, is now something he should be proud of. If he ran away, he would regret it for the rest of his life. A time will come when he will understand what it means to stand firm, no matter what happens. In the present, the criminals comment that it looks like Maledic's told them the truth, and they can't trust a former knight as far as they can throw him. In a douchebag approach, Vitorai reflects on how it has been like this for a while. Even though he ran away to keep himself alive, the days he lived were no better than death. Apologizing to his father, he admits that he ended up taking one hell of a detour. He knows it's all too little, too late at this point, but after all this time, he was finally able to bring back the spirit he had as a proud knight. Vitorai says that his days of running end here, and he has done some despicable things alongside those bastards. He doesn't think he can live comfortably for some time. The criminals acknowledge that they always knew there was something about him that rubbed them the wrong way, giving slaves even the slightest bit of pity. The douchebag expresses almost feeling bad for him, calling him a sack of shit. Viterai mentions his sword skills as he unleashes his skill to penetrate a hole through the douchebag, sending him flying back. One of the bearded men identifies it as a lightning attack, noting that a bust like his can do this. Viterai reveals that back in the day, rather than using swords, his main role was as a mage knight, a magic specialist. An orc-like man mentions that when a magic user runs dry, they just become powerless trash. He is addressed as Groen, and a one-eyed, smelly, disgusting man wonders how long he can hold out against them all. Maledic says that ith piece of shit Night Rail is putting him to sleep. MC adds that it looks like he's serious, which is all the more reason for them to hurry up and get this show on the road. MC instructs him to listen up, as there is something he should know right now. He's going to be working at full throttle, and MC activates his body-hardening second gate, unleashing the heroic aura. As he says, now it's what he calls core at maximum output, leaving this fucker in awe. Is that alright, then? Since he's on the clock, it's time to go all out. He says, finally getting serious, are they? Just as he thought of these three little groups, his eyes fixate on them the most. He activates the cube, and numerous dead elf bodies emerge, saying that what he needs to get into their thick skulls is that there is no limit to despair. These guys are his failed Gunya pigs, but don't get the wrong idea, they have enough power between them to slaughter a B-class in seconds. He better believe that he has a total of 66 of them against one little brat. But he is rendered speechless as the front line is defeated in seconds. MC says that it's still nice for him, and putting up against a flimsy wall is just insulting tin. He will have this job overdone in no time. Maledic says that this is interesting as he activates the pain reduction, forced agitation, and physical resistance to them. He thinks that it's checkmate and thinks that it was over the moment he made this organization his enemy. As distant apart, Iltiko is dragged by the Bistia, saying that what's taking them so long, and if they hurry up, he will end up shining them off. As Frau calls upon Iltiko, the Bistia crashes down Iltiko's with his knee. She is in an utter critical position as the Bistia says that smiling over such pointless shit, she might as well give up already. As Iltiko smiles off as this Bistia is angry and decides that he has had it up to here with this horse shit, and he doesn't give anything about if Maledic said to take her alive. But these guys are dead meat, and he will smash her face so hard that she will never be able to wear that stupid smirk. He tries to punch upon her, as Iltiko bids apology to Frau and her mother, as Frau comes in between and takes upon the huge attack upon her body. Her prosthetic arm comes out. This dickhead Bistia says to hold on a second and stop getting in his way. Iltiko can't believe what she did. Frau says that she's sorry and that she had to hurt herself so much for the sake of someone like her. Happy things, painful things, and she haven't the finest idea so much have happened to her, but please rest easy because from now on she will be the one protecting her. Iltiko remembers her late mother's wishes and somebody there will be one who will care about her as this douchebag tries to clobber Frau. He screams, "What is this with stupid tough arms of hers?" Maledic is rendering his cube as he thinks that it's so hot, and what is with this heat, commenting off as Iltiko warns the Bistia to get off his leg as she unleashes her aura as she again warns him to take his damn leg off her over now. She asks who she thinks he's talking to. Iltiko warns him to get his leg out of her, and reacting to his instincts, the Bistia backs out. As he is sweating out, he thinks that just now, that killing intent was too strong, and if the seal is broken, Maledic can't believe that it's a little too hot for his liking. He can't manage the cube, thinking that there's so much energy and that she could break the seal. These guys really are bad news. As Iltiko falls down, Maledic thinks that she should hurry up and kill this kid before anything else goes wrong. But seeing all of his soldiers down, MC says that he is next. Maledic can't believe that he's got to be kidding, as he gets back on his feet in only a few seconds. MC appears before him as he deduces that he used the skill. MC says that it's not just transition, his legs are like a horse. Maledic tries to activate his shield, but it shatters into pieces. He says that there is no way he is going to back out. Maledic uses flight magic, and MC uses his screws to shoot it at him. Maledic can't believe what the hell he is doing, scattering these things, but these pins penetrate numerous holes in him. MC says that they are handy and super hardened projectiles he can send flying with his body's strengthening. As Maledic grits his teeth, summoning the monster Moray, a great black river appears. MC sticks his wrench up on the wall, thinking that it was a close one. If not for body hardening, he would have been a goner. Maledic says that this dungeon is his territory. In other words, he owns every single thing inside it. Even the dungeon master is his slave. A huge anaconda-like monster comes out. MC says that what is that thing? A zombie-looking eel, for which Maledic says that its humongous body bones are hard as rocks, and he's good as dead. As MC says, it looks as good a time as any to take this guy out. As he takes out a gad, a tool used for cutting concrete blocks, Maledic, frustrated, shouts what he plans to do with a little thing like that. MC appears upon the thing and penetrates the great chisel impact on it to blast it away. MC says that these tools have been toughening it out against metal forces for decades, and when it comes to bones and meat, there isn't anything tougher than paper. Maledict can't believe what on earth that brat is, as MC uses his megaphone, asking if he can hear it. Frau recognizes his voice, and Vitorai, after defeating all of the criminals, is rendered injured. They hear MC's voice, announcing to push through and hold out a bit longer. He assures me that he will finish the job right here. The criminals laugh, questioning what this kid thinks he's bluffing out. MC jumps upon Maledict, while the Bischa insists that he is the one who will finish it. As he tries to jump upon Ultico, Pip comes in between, scared and shivering from the fear, but mentions that she will fight too. The Bischa questions what she plans to do with her tiny body, like a shield. Maledict asserts that, until now, he has eliminated every single person who has ever opposed him, and this time is no exception. He releases his curse on Mago, which is going to drain all his mana. However, MC is in front of him, using transition. MC remarks that all Maledict has done is a result of following his wicked path, and it's time to face his punishment. He penetrates the divine chisel of punishment upon this failure of a person, rendering him critically injured. The cube is shattered, and MC smiles, stating that Ultico is now free. The Bischa is about to punch Pip, but as he believes that he's got nothing in his hand, Pip is rescued by the new fluttering Ultico. She has green slid hair with a zealous aura and is wearing a cute little dress. The Bischa questions who she is, to which Ultico introduces herself as Lafro. She wears new attire with a demonic eye and a scar on her cheek. The scene shifts to an inn, as the man says they're still out here struggling without a job. He considers trying Bonas next, and his colleague suggests he better be clear if he were him. It's true that it's the financial capital of the continent and a top travel destination for thrill seekers. But when it comes to living there, it's the kind of place that only the rich can enjoy. They say any other unfortunate sap ends up dead, a slave, or a drug addict. The despicable criminal organization Zafvat has its headquarters there, with all their thugs roaming around during the day. The place has one of the highest crime rates on the continent. And the man mentions that if the big shot said they would go and put an end to all of this. His colleague answers that there are rumors going around that the ministers and astronomers are all in their pockets, and it seems like the economy all revolves around that organization now. Anyway, their activities funnel financial support to the front lines, and nobody bats an eye. Slaves are clearly mistreated, and thugs roam freely while the aristocrats live lavishly with their lives. It's too late, the tea is already theirs. Even the great sage, who was himself once a Salaun, couldn't beat them, and that guy is loaded. The man can't believe he's kidding, and he answers, nope. He even heard rumors of people being kidnapped as kids and forced to dig in their hideout, people with nothing to their name, not even their own youth. It's sickening, and his colleague says that either way, it's not like the commoners can do shit about this, and it's fucking wild. But that's the reality of Bonas. The man says he guesses he might be right, but he wonders if there is someone out there giving them the punishment they deserve. The scene shifted, and the Bischa couldn't believe that since he heard that she was what they call the strongest weapon, he thought she would turn into some kind of monster. But it turns out she's still exactly the same twig-like woman, and her hair just changed color. Lafro remembers that MC said the gear she is wearing on her limbs can also gather mana. The Bischa screams that being the strongest means nothing as Lafro activates her mana. The Bischa realizes it is a levitation spell, questioning the deal with this creepy black wind as it envelops him in a black prison-like tornado. He tries to punch it, but his hand is rendered twisted as he screams in pain, getting what he deserves. Lafro ascends into the sky as MC says to show them how her winds can get furious. Lafro activates her armored black gale, an instant full armor attack upon the Bischa. She screams that he is an absolute, unforgivable scum, a sentiment that I agree with. She penetrates a kick with her transformed spear-like leg, demonstrating incredible speed. The Bischa is rendered helpless as Lafro thrusts the super strong kick through him, crunching his ribs to pieces. He dies in agony as MC announces calling the Zafvat lackeys. Just now, their head and his top guard dog have been defeated. The criminals can't believe it as MC announces that. In other words, he's saying that they are nothing but sore losers and a bunch of stupid bastards. As MC announces that, he is saying that they are nothing but sore losers and calling them a bunch of stupid bastards. The criminals can't believe what he is saying. And if the brat is still alive and kicking, it means if they beat the two of them, it must be bad news. Vitorai says they got it right, and he bets they would be on their way here right now. The criminals get scared and run away in fear. Vitorai thinks that it seems like his time to kick the bucket is still not quite yet. Frau says that they really did it, and there is nothing left for Lafro to do. But as she suddenly falls down, Maledict laughs on, saying that it's more than she can handle. Her body couldn't keep up with all that power she evoked, and there is all that damage to consider. She seems to be dead after all. And no matter how it turned out, it was worth seeing her in her true form. MC thinks he's not going to let her die, and as he touches the ground, he thinks that if he applies some second-tier hardening to the power he has now, he should be able to find it. He releases his eye of clairvoyance, pours all his mana, and transitions himself over there. Frau can't believe that Otoko is dying out there, as she screams for her to get up, but suddenly, a healing spell is cast upon them. MC comes in, saying that they put on a hell of a show. Frau and Pip start crying out as the MC says they can relax. Frau jumps upon MC crying, and Maledict can't believe the healing spell that the brat just used. He can't believe a person is capable of such a high-level body-strengthening technique using healing spells like that. Both a warrior and a magic user. This is far beyond the level of just being a multi-attribute magic user. This is a multi-expert, and he has never heard of something so ridiculous. He is one truly magnificent monster. MC says that it's time for them to touch base with their old pal and get the rest of these slaves free. He heals Vitorai, gets out of the cave, apprehends all the criminals, and frees all the slaves. They praise MC. And as Pip takes MC to a cave, a little dwarf-like old man sits in the middle of the cage. MC says that honestly, they even kidnapped an old guy, and it's a scum at earth as he crunches down the cage. But gives a piggyback ride to the little tortoise. As they move out, Frau asks if MC is here and where he went, to which MC pats upon the old man's head, saying that there was this old fella there, and he almost left him there, mistaking him for a Jizo. Frau is shocked by the real identity of the old man. MC laughs on, saying that what does she think? A disturbance in the force at all? Frau says that the gentleman is the great sage of Bonus. MC says that he is the town's head leader and the great sage, which the old man acknowledges quite so. He introduces himself as the former Soluan and possesses knowledge and the great manifestation of light, to name a few. He asks how he might show respect for his kindness as he renders his glittering eyes, and the surrounding crowd roars in disbelief.